today we're going to talk about the 4 killers of success in direct sales. So really, specifically, let's have a talk about how to overcome negativity, doubt, fear and procrastination as a direct seller. Here's what we've got coming up for you. We're going to have a talk through the 4 killers of success in direct sales, and those 4 things are negativity, doubt, fear and procrastination. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sharing more of my story as a party plan consultant, and I want to share with you a little bit about how for me, when I first started in party plan, things didn't really go to plan, and that really happens for many of us, and it leaves a lot of us wondering, why do other people get party bookings and I can't get any? So if you've been thinking that question to yourself, then you are in the right place. Now, who am I? I'm Melanie from Party Plan 123, Melanie Parker. What we do is help direct sellers around the world who are searching for the answers of how to never ever run out of bookings again. That's what we're passionate about. 4 killers of success in direct sales. Negativity, first of all. Let's talk about negativity. Now, really, when you think about negativity as a direct seller, there's 2 different types of negativity that can arise. And here's what I think. For us in direct sales, negativity can either arise from you and the personal thoughts that are running through your mind. So it might be negative thoughts doubting your success as a consultant. So that would be section number 1 of negativity. But there's another part of negativity that can really feel us leave us feeling quite bad as a party plan consultant, and that is negativity from other people around us. So that could be people who we are maybe working with, or it could be, friends that we see, or it could be the people that are really closest to you. And that's quite often the type of negativity that can get you down the most. And if you're not careful, if you do not address this negativity in your direct sales life, it can very quickly kill your party plan business, because it kills your confidence, and you need to be positive and confident if you want to succeed as a party plan consultant. So the people around us, it could be a partner, it could be your children, it could be your parents. It's the people that are closest to you. So that can be a tough one. So what do we do? Because what I want to do here today is not just tell you, well, these 4 things damage your business. No, I want to be here and actually help you to move through that and find a solution so that those things do not get in your way, and so that you never ever run out of party bookings again. For me personally, when I started my party plan business, I was all enthusiastic and excited, and I was ready to make the millions. And then for me, I found that, well, first of all, it wasn't as easy to get the party bookings as I first thought or hoped. And then I started to get the party bookings, and really what deflated me was then I got so many cancellations and postponements that it just drove me insane. Let alone talking about customers having to collect payments and customers paying on time. So those kind of things I'm talking about really my first 1 to 3 months here as a party plan consultant. The absolute excitement, enthusiasm probably started to wear off after about only 3 or 4 weeks. And it was, I'm being really honest today, it was much harder than I expected. Now, when I was really passionate and excited, and I voiced that to my husband, who is my closest person, and living with my husband, obviously. So the passion and excitement got him excited at first. But then once I started to hit the challenges and the snags and the obstacles along the way, I was still voicing those thoughts and opinions, except now it was negative thoughts and opinions. So I was voicing the problems, and I was starting to complain, and I was getting frustrated. Now, how do you think that might make my husband feel, and how do you think that might make my husband react? Well, it just makes everything escalate much more. So then my husband started to become the doubter and say, this is not going to work. You're not going to make real money out of this. How are you going to keep these party bookings going? And I was talking to my manager about this, Karen, and Karen said to me, Melanie, what we need to do is when you're feeling frustrated, come and talk to me. Come and talk to me as your upline and your leader. Do not voice any negativity thought, any negative thoughts to anybody else. Okay, welcome to Leah. I can see you just joined in there. So do not voice any negative thoughts to anybody else, especially your team members, your family, and your closest friend. Does this make sense? Yeah, this is true, isn't it? Always go to your leader first if you need help. And if you do need to voice any frustration or obstacles, they are really the only person that you should be voicing that to, your upline. Never go to people in your team. Never go to people down your team complaining. Never complain to family and friends, because that's just going to make them feel negative about it as well. So what did I do? I stopped voicing frustrations aloud to my husband. So those kind of things I would not say aloud to anybody, except if I really felt like I had to get it off my chest, I'd talk to my manager about it, okay? So that's how to overcome negativity of your really close friends and your family around you if they are doubting your success as a direct seller. If they don't think you can make real money, if they don't think that you can keep your party plan bookings going. Okay, so same kind of thing applies to your work colleagues and the more distant people around you as well. But let's talk about negativity that arises into your own mind. And how do we deal with that? How do we overcome it? Really, I almost step out of myself and I try to view myself as almost like an employee in my own business. And I say, okay, if I was the boss in my own business, how would I want to be treating this employee, and what would I expect this employee to do? So really, I almost step out of myself when I catch myself having negative thoughts about my party plan business. I catch myself and I'm aware of it first of all. So that's the first thing we need to do, is just be aware of the negative thoughts that are coming up in our mind. And then I have a little conversation with myself. It might be a bit strange. I don't know. Does anyone else do this? But I have a little conversation with myself, and it's almost like Melanie the boss is talking to Melanie the employee. And then Melanie the boss says, stop thinking those negative thoughts. They are killing your direct sales business. So Melanie the employee starts to ignore those negative thoughts and to focus on the things that we know are going to create success. What are the income producing activities that we can be doing each day that if we do them over and over and over again on a regular basis, they will result in bookings, sales, and recruits as a party plan consultant. So number 2, we're talking about 4 killers of success in direct sales. What's next? Doubt, 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 doubt. What do we do when doubt creeps in? And really the doubt can be from ourselves, it can be from our family, it can be from our friends. Does anyone have these kind of struggles in your party plan businesses going on right now? Write the word yes into the comments. Like, are you feeling any of these things yourself right now? Write yes into the comments. Let's know if this is connecting to you. So what can we do? What can we do if we are experiencing doubt in our business? And a lot of this comes back to our mindset. And in Party Plan 1, 2, 3, we talk about the triple M of success. And step number 1 of that is mindset. And we have a motto: choose success in your mind. Choose success in your mind. And we talk about that being step number 1. So in anything we do, if we want to be successful, we've got to choose success in our mind. And that comes to doubt. We've got to shut down that doubt, acknowledge that it's there, move on, have a dream and have a vision of where you would like to go in your business. Let me say that again. Have a dream and have a vision of where you would like to go in your business, and that's going to give you the inspiration and the motivation that you need to work through the hard times. This brings me to thinking about a lady who has inspired me and influenced me in my journey in business. And that lady, her name is Nadine. And Nadine shared with us one day that her party plan and direct sales business has allowed her to invest in a beach house on the coast of New Zealand, which was for her family. And it became the family holiday home on the coast, a separate home altogether that she paid for with her party plan direct sales business. When I heard that, I just thought, wow, can you imagine that? So for me, that allowed me to start creating a vision in my own mind. And I could imagine Nadine going on holidays with her family to her beach house, or just, scooting down the coast on a weekend to spend some family time together. That also allowed me to start saying, well, if that's possible for Nadine, then maybe that is even possible for me. So then that got me starting to think, imagine, have a vision. Where would I love to live if I could choose to have a holiday home or my own home? And I would love to have a home that has ocean views. In fact, you can see in my office, I love to have my beach photo view. And that's because this is one of the local beaches that I moved close to. This is in our local area. It's one of my favorite spots. So for me, this has given me inspiration. It's given me motivation. It gives me a goal to work towards. So when I have doubt in my mind, I think to myself, well, Nadine did it. I think I can do it too. I'm going to ignore the doubt and I'm going to propel myself into action, because action is what creates the results and it creates the dream. So now my question for you is, what is your dream? What's your vision that would motivate you to keep going through the tough times? For me, I would love to have a home where I can be in my office and look out the window and be looking at that. Look at the ocean. And I'd love to be able to just go for a little walk down out my gate and take my dogs for a walk on the beach. Now, since starting my party plan business and since first having that type of dream, we have taken a massive step towards that. In fact, we moved interstate to where we now live in this area with this local beach. And for me, it's now about 15-20 minute drive to get to our local beaches, and that's wonderful. Now, my next goal is to have a house right on the beach. So that's still motivating me. So when I have things like negativity going through my mind, doubt, when I feel the fear, when I'm experiencing procrastination, I snap myself out of it and have a little conversation to myself and say, come on, Melanie, let's ignore these doubts. Let's ignore the negativity. Let's see fear as a good signal that we're on the right track and we're doing something and that we are excited and we are passionate about. And procrastination never got anyone anywhere. In fact, what we say is that nothing worthwhile is easy to do. So when we procrastinate about things, we tend to think about, well, I'm procrastinating because I think it's going to be hard to do. Many times the reality is that once we start doing it and we start to take action, it's nowhere even as hard as what we imagined it was going to be. So ignore the procrastination and remember, nothing worthwhile is easy to do. You are going to feel great once you master how to be successful as a party plan consultant and never ever run out of bookings again, aren't you? Let's talk about fear. A lot of times fear is exacerbated in our own mind, and fear's not even as bad as what we imagine and make it out. I've learned to see fear in a different way. I've learned that fear is a sign of you doing something that you are excited about and passionate about. And it's probably something new for you. So fear does no longer need to be viewed as something to be negative about, to be afraid of. Fear is simply a validation that you are on the right track. You are doing something that is special and important to you, and you need to keep going. Go, go, go. Take action. Do it because you are on the right track. So fear, let's see fear as our friend. Fear is not something to steer clear of, but fear is something that shows you are doing something that you're excited about and you're on the right track. Now that leaves me to talk about procrastination. So procrastination, what's it all about for us in Party Plan, and how do we overcome procrastination? Procrastination, ignore it. Procrastination is just a big killer of success in Party Plan. So anytime you feel yourself procrastinating, it probably means that either you're feeling too much fear and you're not seeing that as a positive that you're on the right track, or you are just wasting time and you're a little bit nervous. Let's forget the procrastination. Let's look at other people around us who have gone before us, who are getting party bookings and recruits and sales in our businesses, and let's look to them for inspiration and a refreshed motivation. At the beginning of this training today, we were talking about how our leaders are our support. Our upline are the only people that we should ever voice any type of challenges and obstacles and negative thoughts to, because our leader can handle that and our leader knows how to help us through it to find a solution. So procrastination is just holding you back. To give you more of that motivation, I'm encouraging you to connect with your why. You know how we've just been talking through your vision and a dream, and I talked to you about my story where a lady named Nadine, who is in New Zealand, she worked with the first direct sales company that I worked with, and she was sharing with me, and it was at a team meeting in fact, so she was sharing with all of us how her business has allowed her to buy a beach house for her family to use for cherished times, and that really inspired me. So where are you going to find your inspiration from? Because once you grab onto that vision of success, there's nothing that's going to hold you back. And let's actually have a little bit of a talk about this, because what do we need? What is it really going to take? Because you are going to face tough times. And success in direct sales is not just about strategies and steps. In fact, direct sales success is really more about what's going on up here first. And if you can't get your mindset right, every other strategy and step and fancy thing that you're trying to do, it's not going to work. So let's really talk about how do we get that vision, how do we get that motivation that's going to push us through the tough times. So we want to have the vision. You want to see yourself living the life that you imagine. We want to imagine it. We want to feel what that's going to be like. So let yourself get into that space and really say, okay, what if I could have anything that I wanted as a party plan consultant? If my life could change, what's the ultimate lifestyle that I would love to create for myself and for my family? See it, feel it, talk about it, and almost be living that before you've even got there, if that makes sense. Okay? Act the way that you want to be in order to get that success. Now, have we got a strong desire? So connect to your desire. Connect to the deep burning passion. So your why, your reason for joining your company, it might be something as superficial at first as loving the products and wanting to earn money. But that is superficial. Let me tell you, there are much more deeper reasons that are going to keep you going through the hard times, and the way that you get to great success in your party plan business, to never run out of bookings again, and to build a team is through connecting to a deep, burning desire. It's like something that you just will not let yourself never get there. You are making it happen one way or the other. You've just got to figure out how. Okay? So are you asking yourself what that is for you? Okay? So for me, it was to create a new lifestyle, to move interstate. I wanted to cut down on debt and financial pressure. So they were the kind of motivators for me. Now, I just want to finish off with the last couple of points. I actually wrote myself notes to make sure I don't forget what important message to give each and every one of you today. So we've got the vision, we've got the desire that's going to motivate us through the hard times. But then you've got to get a little bit practical, okay? So then you've got to get to goal setting. So you've got to crunch that down and say, well, what are the steps now? So if I want to keep moving towards having a house with an ocean view like this, what do I need to do? What are my next steps to get there? Have that goal written down and know what you're working on each and every day to get there. So we've got to have goal setting. And listen really closely, because here's my last point for today. Action! Action, action, action. It is useless if we have a wonderful vision, a burning desire, we have goals, and even if we know the step-by-step strategies and all the tools to get there, if we know it all but never do anything, it's a complete waste of our time and we will not succeed as a direct seller. You want to know what the sad truth is? Most party plan consultants know what they should be doing, they just don't do it. So I'm going to share a secret with you. Do you know why I'm here as your trainer today? Do you know why I was in the position where I was able to win awards that you can see up here and have all the holidays that my companies allowed me to have as rewards and bonuses with my direct sales business? I simply got there because I was a woman of action. I just got an idea. I had the burning desire. I then enveloped myself into learning how to do something, and I didn't stop there, because that's where most people stop. And that could be where you are stopping today. The last step and the crucial step is action. And to take action, that is where I did learn how to ignore the doubt and the fear and the procrastination. And I simply made the choice and made the decision before the doubt, fear, procrastination and negativity even arose. I already decided that when that happens to me, it's not going to stop me from taking action. I know the 4 income producing activities that I need to do as a party plan consultant if I want to make a steady and reliable income as a direct seller. I know what I need to do each and every day to get bookings and never ever run out of bookings again. I know what I need to do to get sales. I know what I need to build a team. I just need to do it. And today, that's my message for you. As Nike says, just do it. Okay, thanks for being here. I'm Melanie Parker, founder of Party Plan 123, where we help you to learn how to never ever run out of bookings again, so that you can achieve the lifestyle that you really dream of for you and your family. Bye everyone.